Right here is good. Okay, we're going to work on a technique to counter when a guy grabs your kick, because it sucks to get your kick grabbed. So let's say I throw, a Thai kick over his body, and he wraps. He's got his hands up, and he wraps my kick this way. Yeah, so he's got this kind of grip on my leg. Okay. The first two I'm going to show you are sort of the more friendly ways to deal with this, and then we'll work on just the meaner ones that probably work better. Well, let's do the friendlier ones first. What you want to do when the guy's got my kick, you're going to be off balance. So the first thing you need to do is sort of grab here under his shoulders and kick your leg down as much as possible. So kick it through so your foot's kind of sticking out over there a little bit. Okay. The first one I want to do is called the elevator. Once I've got my leg kind of stuck through where he's more holding on to the bend in my knee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove his head up a little bit and put my shoulder underneath his chin. That's why we call this the elevator. So he's got my kick. I'm going to push it up here, put my chin up, put my shoulder under his chin. Turn this way a little bit. My shoulder's under his chin. I'm going to hold on here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of stand up and lift up like this, and it pushes some pressure on his chin. Okay, so kick like this. What I can do is I can shove it through and even put my leg in the middle too. I can hook it in here. Sometimes that adds a little bit of power to your elevator. Come over here with your body, you shove his chin up and step down as you pull up on his elbows and lift. It's pretty uncomfortable because the shoulder's pushing up on the chin. So one more time, he catches my kick, shove it through if you need to, circle on the inside, push up as you move your body over this way, and lift your body up. Okay, let's turn this way so we can see. So he catches my kick here, grab, shove it in deep. If you need to, put your foot in here, bring your body here and expose his head. I can lift right up against his chin with my shoulder. That's the elevator. The next one's called the rip-off. Same kick here. He catches my kick. I'm going to shove in deep again. What I'm going to do now is take this hand and push it on his face really far away. It's kind of hard to hang on, see, when he's looking that way. It almost puts a lot of pressure on his neck. So I can put my forearm or my palm and I push this way. At the same time, I take this hand and I grab over here and just sort of try to rip his grip off like that. And the pressure on the neck will a lot of times usually get that grip off. So the kick, he grabs, shove it in deep, take this hand and push the face, and you want to get this pressure. Turn this way. Yes. This is the pressure I want, pushing his face like this. Grab here, and then you're just going to push his head and stomp to the ground. One more time from here. He grabs, shove in deep, forearm to the face. If you have to move off to the side, that's fine. Grab this forearm and push the face and stomp to the ground. Okay? So let's try the elevator and the rip-off first. Okay? All right, that's the nicer stuff. Unfortunately, the nicer stuff doesn't work as well as the meaner stuff. So now I'm going to show you the meaner moves you can do if somebody grabs your kick. And now my context here is not sport. MMA is a sport even. So even though some of this stuff I'll show you may apply to if you're competing in MMA or kickboxing or something, that's not my context. My context is, you're in a fight for your life, you're trying to save your family, someone's going to haul your wife or your kids into a car and steal them if you don't get your foot away, that kind of context. Like you've been unjustly put in a maximum security prison, and now you're in a fight for your life with your cellmates. That's the kind of context I'm talking about. So these moves can be dirty and gruesome, but I'm not playing around. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so he grabs my kick. The first and the easiest one when he grabs my kick is just simply to start punching out. It's hard to hang on to someone's foot when they're punching you in the face. Mm-hmm. Now granted, this is not my hardest punch I could throw if both legs are on the ground. I need to have my legs on the ground to get power. But the flip side of that is, the positive side of that is, his face is wide open too. So yeah, it's not my best punch, but it's not going to miss either. Mm-hmm. So I can just simply throw my right hand and just blast away, and he'll probably let go of my leg. Probably, okay? All right, so the first one is a punch out. I throw my kick and just start dealing on his face until he lets go. His head's going like this. Kind of interrupts a lot of what he was going to try to do. Okay? Let's get a little bit meaner with it. Second one, he grabs my kick. It's the face wipe. Right? What's the face wipe? The face wipe is just simply, I come here. I said you can't punch very hard from here, but you can face wipe hard enough. All I'm doing is taking my thumb right across his eyes. Face wipe, face wipe, face wipe. You know what I mean? It's going right here. Okay? and he will probably let go. Right? Probably. Okay? So you got punch out. I got face wipe. I've also got grab the head. Boom. Thumb gouge into the eye. He'll probably let go of my leg. Okay? I've also got, great move. You've got the stomach for it. This way, Lily. Kick my leg through so I can get close a little bit. Grab his head. The pit bull. He grabs my kick. In 1 second, he's disfigured for life. Grab his head. Look, I got control over him. He will be letting go of my foot probably. Okay. The next one. He grabs my kick. Get a little bit closer. Look at this shot. Groin slap. Turn this way. Bringing my hand right here. Look at his hands. His hands are tied up, grabbing my leg. Very easy. Once I pull my leg here close, wowie, right in the groin. Doesn't take much. Just slap it right back on the inside of the thigh. He'll probably let go. All right, so from the beginning, I got kick, punch out, face wipe. Just take your thumb, put it right here. Take your thumb, put it right here, and that thumb just drags right across the inside of the eye. Wipe, wipe, wipe. See? Grab, thumb gouge, pit bull. You gotta growl like that too, it's part of it. Pit bull, remove his nose. Ow, groin slap. Probably won't want to hold on to your kick anymore. One last time. Boom, 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 punch out, face wipe, grab, pit bull, thumb gouge, groin slap. Hopefully he lets go. If he doesn't, you're in trouble anyway. Okay, in Muay Thai we do a clinch a lot, where I grab the guy's head and I try to throw knees and stuff. But a lot of guys are trained in wrestling, or maybe they've watched a lot of UFCs or whatever it is, whatever the case may be. And they may be inclined to go for what they call in wrestling an underhook, where I come under here and I get a good control. And it's a good way to control the guy's body. When you're underneath him versus having your arms over the top. You feel that? Especially the guy's big and strong like Noelio here. You get an underhook, man, you can set up all kinds of body slams. So the underhook can be an advent. If I try like Muay Thai clinch on me, he underhooks high. Yeah, high up my back, thank you. Yes. It could be, he has a strong position of control. This is a good position for certain contexts. This is great for sport, for wrestling, for MMA, grappling, these kinds of things. It's great. But I told you my context. My context is me going home to my kids at night, okay? And so what's happening in this situation is I'm in a back alley fighting a big wrestler like Noelio. I want to use my Muay Thai. I don't want to go to the ground with this guy. He's a grappler type, and he's been watching his UFCs and been doing his UFC homework, his MMA stuff, and it gets me in this, in these underhooks. And MMA loves underhooks, okay? In the street, though, it's great for MMA context, sport context. In the street, not so good. I don't think it's that good at all. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you think? I got all kinds of stuff. Number one, I've got the ear box. I mean, look at the position. He grabs me, double underhooks. My arms are free to hit. Look, I can tie. I mean, my arms are free. His head is exposed. I can't hardly resist this. I mean, sure, he can slam me, but I can, box his ears. I can, what? Face wipe again. There's the eyes, gone. My pit bull. Punch, headbutt. I can also, if I want to be a little bit nicer about this, push the face. He doesn't have underhooks anymore. And that you could use in MMA. You can't use pit bull in MMA. But you can use the face push. So I want to be the striker here. He's the grappler. He gets high underhooks on me. I'm getting out. I want to go home. I got my ear box. You can bust the guy's eardrum with this. Even just one side. Bang, bang, bang. Over again right here. Okay? I've got the ear box. I got the thumb gouge from a while ago. Pit bull. Face wipe. Headbutt. Repeatedly. What's he got? Oh my gosh, not much. Or if I want to be nice about it, just put my palms under his chin. See that position? And get him the hell out of here. Alright, so underhooks. The underhooks that everybody watches UFC, all these MMA fans want to get is not that great, I don't think, in the street. I'll box his ears, I'll pit bull his face, I'll face wipe, I'll thumb gouge, I'll elbow a headbutt, all that good stuff. Push his chin. All right, let's try it. Same context. I prefer striking. It's not that I say these are moves to use against a grappler because I don't want to learn how to grapple. It's not that. Everybody should learn how to grapple for self-defense. It's that I want to learn these moves against a grappler because I prefer striking in this context. It's that I know that this tough guy here, he's a pretty good grappler. Yeah, I know some grappling too, but this guy's really good too. So I want to try to stay on my feet here. So that's what I mean by this this sort of scenario of striker versus grappler. This is what I'm talking about. Not pure striker, but a guy who prefers striking. If that makes sense. Okay, another common grappling tactic is to use the arm drag. So what they'll do, say from a clinch or something, is grab the wrist from the same side, and cup this elbow and pull across. That way you get behind the guy and do all kinds of nasty stuff. Slam, choke, whatever. So the arm drag itself is from any sort of clinch position. Let's say we've locked up. Is to grab a wrist and cup an elbow and pull it across. Maybe he'll either turn or I'll pull myself around. Either one, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to get the back. Okay? So it's a wrist, it's a double cup, it's a pull. I work myself behind, I can work my body slams or something. Okay? That's a common grappling attack. Here are a couple things you can do is for the guy who prefers striking. The first one is when he grabs here, go ahead and just walk through the arm drag real slow. Let's grab here, cup, he pulls, yes, and he's getting my back. Okay, the first counter, you have to be kind of quick on this one. As soon as he grabs my wrist and grabs my elbow and starts to go, I insert this here. Go ahead and go to my back. Okay, see, it's hard. You can't go to my back now. So I actually insert the far forearm across here. All right, so here in a clinch, he's got my wrist, he's got my elbow, he goes to go, and I put my forearm in here like this. My forearm here like this, and he can't finish. And I'm back to where I want to be. Okay, so the first one is a far forearm, sort of cross face like that. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, let's just say you're too slow and he does get my back. You ready to go with, guess what's coming? Bow, the groin slap. That'll make him let go of any sort of grip. I don't care if he's going for, some sort of suplex. Yeah, or maybe he's going up here for, come on, take your arms up. Maybe he's going for a choke. Ooh. Give him a couple of those, he'll probably let go. You can also use the elbow to the body. That's not as good though as this one. Practice on the phone. And you want to do that so it's automatic, so that when he goes arm drag on me, he gets behind my back, that's just, sorry, automatic. And you can dance like, you got either shot. Sorry, nobody, okay? I was trying to aim for his stuff. You don't have to do it hard, and you've got either hand. So this one wasn't working. I had to switch and go to this one. You want to make that, this is not a hard technique, but you have, but you have to train it so that it's instinct. So when he goes like this, I'm going. It has to be, it's not hard, but it has to be a habit. Okay? So number one, against the arm drag, he pulls it across, I insert the forearm to stop it from the get-go. And maybe follow with my right. Second one, he gets his arm drag. Groin slap. Hey guys, let's go. We call this the bullfighter drill. What we're doing here is, the scenario is I'm a striker, I'm a guy that prefers striking. I'm not a guy that does only striking, but I'm a guy that prefers striking. Harry's a guy that wants to grapple. Okay, so and we're going to cover a whole series of what to do if I want to stay on my feet and Harry wants to take me down. Okay, if I want to stay on my feet and use my strikes, Harry wants to take me down. The first one is just a basic sort of awareness drill. This is called the bullfighter drill. What we're going to do is he's going to hold this mid up here. I'm just going to kind of move around a little bit and just be tapping my 1-2, tapping my 1-2. And then whenever Harry wants, he's going to take those pads, cross them here, lower his head, and try to spear me like right in the gut. Okay? So try that once, Harry. So I go 1-2. He lowers his head. I'm going to step off right here. Then Harry's going to give me the shot. Hold that pad up right there. So I stepped off this way. See? He holds up that shot. I won't miss. Boom. There's the right shot. We could do it again. I go 1-2. Shh. Whenever 1-2. I might step off this way. Shh. And throw that shot. Now, depending on how you step off, you may end up being in an unusual position. In other words, I fight orthodox with my left hand in front. So if Harry tries to, and you guys understand that this spearing is actually just simulating a takedown. Okay, but we're just keeping it easy for right now. But when Harry shoots in here and I spin off this way, so I still stay in my orthodox stance here, my left lead. But it could be the case, over here, that when Harry comes in and I go the other way, I might be, look, in a southpaw stance for a second. And that's kind of weird for me and weird for anybody that doesn't usually fight that way. But it's something you get used to in this drill. I could have just sort of zoned off here and kept my orthodox lead, but in this case, I actually stepped off a different way to sort of a southpaw stance. I'm going to throw a rear left. You understand? Usually I have a lead left. But because of the way Harry came in, I spun off. See, I've got a rear left. So it's something you got to get used to. It's a little bit different if you're not used to it. But anyway, all you're going to do is just going to be moving around, pop, pop, and then at random, your partner comes in, you spin off, and throw the rear hand. The rear hand, I say, because like I said, sometimes you end up in an unorthodox position. And when we move it around, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whenever I spin off, he gives me the target, bluey. Okay, let's go again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's push again. I'm going to try to go low this time. He comes in, I spin off. Wow, there's the target. Okay, bullfighter drill. All right, let's try it. The theme here now, that was just to give you sort of a general idea of what's going on. I was just turning off the bullfighting, off the charge. I was just turning off and I wasn't really using anything and then attacking with the weapon. In real life, you can stop this attack. You want to be able to stop this attack, this tackle, this grappling move. You got 4 possible options. You can use your hands, you can use your forearms, you can use your head. I'll explain that in a minute. And you can use your hips by sprawling. So hands, forearms, head, and hips. 4 different ways or 4 different parts of your body you can use to stop a guy who's trying to tackle you and take you down. Okay? Let's take an example of the first one, the hands. So I'm going to start here, and we're going to do the same thing as a while ago. I'm just kind of flick some jabs out here this time. Just flicking out here. Harry's going to charge in. What I'm going to do when he comes in, I'm going to zone off, and I'm actually using my hand this time to push his head. Okay? So when he comes, right here. When he comes in, there's the hand right here. Look at the step. Look at the push. Now I'm ready for 3 things here I could possibly do. I could use my punch. I could just aim right here, right where my hand is almost. Boom, there's the punch. I could also zone off and I could tie kick. I could also zone off, of course, and knee. Okay, so I have those 3 weapons. So I'm starting here. I go jab, jab. He goes to shoot. Push the head. Blast with the right hand. Or pick one of those 3, let's say. Okay? Jab, jab. He comes in. Oh, okay. If you wanted to use that one, the mitts aren't built to take good tie kick, okay? But if you want to put them up there just as something I can tap, that'll make it a little more fun for me. So jab, jab, he comes in, push it off, here comes, there we go, there's the kick, okay? Or the knee, going back to the kick though, I go jab, jab, he comes in, just bounce that kick off the floor. You don't have a whole lot of time. So don't get real confident. You don't have that much time. It's like a half beat. You want to make it really quick. So I go jab, jab, he comes in, bang, whoosh, okay? Just smack it just like that. Make it nice and quick. So, okay. Jab, same thing with the knee, he comes in. Okay. This hand, when I control his head, he shoots in, and I move over here, and I've got these possible weapons to go. This hand controls his head. So if he wants to try to come back in and shoot in on me again, sort of readjust, it's kind of hard. I mean, he's got to deal with his hand first. He can't just, turn into me now because his hand's pushing his face. So that's your first line of defense against a reshoot. Shoot, reshoot. So go here, he shoots, he tries to reshoot, I got him stopped, and I can use my weapon, okay? Another thing you can do if that fails or you just feel like doing something different, he shoots in, and he goes to reshoot, I kind of stuff his head to the ground. And I can use my weapons over there too. I have my hand right here, he reshoots, I just stuff to the floor. I use my other weapons, okay? So So back to the beginning, remember I said hands, forearms, head, and hips. This is an example of how to use your hands to stop the shot. Let's go back to the jab. So we'll start here. We'll start to flick this jab, flick this jab. When he shoots, I'm going to push it over here. I can take whichever one I want. I can take my right shot, I can take my kick, or I can take my knee. Okay? Let's go. All right. Just to sort of emphasize that you want to be able to do both sides. I don't think I emphasized that enough a second ago. So when I'm starting, when I'm jabbing, he shoots in. Yes, it's quite easy actually to sort of sidestep with the rear leg. That's kind of easy. All I got to do is sort of keep that foot planted like in basketball, how you pivot and push his head. That's kind of easy. So when he comes in, you just push here and this pivot. That's the easy one. It's a little bit harder when I try to go the other way. You see the difference there? A little bit more, slightly more complex. So, and I may have to go that way. So when he shoots in, see, I may have to zone off over here. And that's what I was talking about, where you end up in that sort of switch stance for a second. And all I want you to do this round is work both sides. Work your good side, the easy side, and work the hard side. And just make a combination out of it now. So when he shoots in, go back. I'm shooting my jabs. He comes in, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go right hand. Because he may be momentarily, I mean, he's coming in to tackle me. So he's probably thinking, grab the leg. Okay? I got to get that thought out of his head before I stick my leg up there. Probably. So I'm going to go like this to get that thought out of his head. Then I'll stick my leg up. Okay? Alright, so I'm here, I'm jabbing. He comes in, I zone off. Give me the right hand here. Bang, and then the kick here. Bang, that's it. Okay? Again. Jab, he shoots. I step off. Right hand, right kick. Or going the other way now. Just turn it this way so there's a bit of view there. I jab, he comes in. Now I'm in that unorthodox stance. Left hand, left kick. Here we go. Again. Jab, he comes in, zone off, pow, pow. Okay? You get real good at both sides with that combination. All right. Okay, I said there were 4 ways to stop his shoot. The first one was with the hands, and you saw an example of that where I zoned off and pushed his head with my hand. Second one I said was the forearms. So if he's shooting in on me, I kind of meet this I kind of meet this for his head on. I put my forearms right here. Double forearm stop. Just boom, right there on his his triceps right here. Okay? So start same way. I go jab, I jab. When he decides to shoot, come a little bit more energy there, Harry. Jab, he decides to shoot, boom! Double forearm stop. From right here, I'm going to turn him. Watch how I scoop the head and scoop the elbow. See that? And you can actually do that either side from that one position. So when he shoots in on me, bang, there's my double forearm stop. One arm hooks the head, the other arm cups the elbow. See? Like that. And I shove him off to the side. And guess what's next? The rear hand and the rear kick. Okay? Going the other way. Shoots in. Double forearm stop. I hook and cup the elbow over here. Shove him off, and there's the rear hand. Bang, rear hand. Bang, rear kick over here. Shoots in. Boom. Double forearm stop. One way or other way. Just get good at it. Hook the head and cup the arm on that side, the elbow. Or vice versa, see? So I stop him, cup him, turn him, boom, boom. Okay, one more time. He shoots in, double forearm stop, cup the head and cup the elbow. Turn him, rear hand, rear kick. Everything else is the same after that. Okay? All right. Another option for the forearm stop. Forearm stop on the guy shooting in for attack. I'm out here, I'm jabbing. When he comes in to shoot on me, I got a double forearm stop, and there's going to be a lot of pressure. You know, there's like two bodies are going to be really pushing together kind of hard. You ever do that thing where you you stand on an aluminum can, and you can kind of keep your weight on it. If someone just taps the side of it, the whole thing collapses. It's kind of cool. I don't know. We did that in high school. But anyway, it's similar to that. So when he shoots in on me, go back to the jab. So here I jab. When he shoots in, I double forearm stop, and there's a lot of tension here for a second. When there's tension here, if I take this leg out of the way, the structure will sort of fall. So there's a lot of pressure. If I scoop my leg back and push his head down, he'll probably fall into that into that hole that I just created. That's hopefully what will happen. So we're going to start here. I jab, he shoots. This pressure for a second. When you feel the opportunity, you're going to relieve and snap his head down really hard. Hey man, it's a street fight, okay? I got my steel-toed Doc Martens on. Pow, pow, he shoots. Pow, snap the head down. Pow. Okay, one more time. Pow, pow, he shoots. Block it. See the snap and shove and kick. Okay, let's try again. I said one way to stop the shot is with hands. I said one way to stop is with the forearms. You've seen examples of both of those. Another way, the third way to stop is with my head. Here's a principle. Look at this. If Harry's a good wrestler, he knows he has to drop his head. He has to do a level change, drop his knees, before he can tackle me. Ooh. Okay. He has to get. In other words, look, he has to get his head lower than mine, right? Okay. If I say Harry, shoot now, it's no problem. He just goes down and does it. But what if I said, okay, Harry, now shoot? He doesn't see what I'm saying. I don't give him the opportunity if I can match my head level with his. If I get it to the point where his head's up, or my head's up and his head's down, he's got a shot. Boom. If I'm out here, he got the mid up, and I'm jabbing, and he drops, and I drop, he doesn't have a shot. I mean, we're even Steven here. You see? Think of it this way: if he does a good level change, when he does a good level change, it's like he's bending down to tie his shoe. Okay, just do that. All I want you to do, Harry, is that's all I want you to do. So you hold the mid up. I jab. Harry bends down to tie his shoe. I tie my shoe. Back up. Jab again. Whenever you want. Back up again. And you come right back up again. Okay. Tie your shoe whenever you want. Simultaneous shoe tying here, because if I maintain my head level at the same level as his, he gets no shot. No shot for Harry. Okay? That's how we use our head to stop the shot. We don't let his head get underneath ours. Okay? All I want you to do is jab, jab. When he ties his shoe, I tie my shoe. Back up. Move around. Okay? That's all I want you to do. Again. He bends a tie, I tie. Back up. That's it. Okay? Do this. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, the last way we're going to deal with a guy where I'm a striker and he's a grappler, he wants to take me down, is the sprawl. So I've used our hands to stop the shoot, I've used my elbow, my forearms, I've used my head, and now I'm going to use my hips in the sense of scooting them back. So when you sprawl, just in the beginning, you want to be able to just put your hands down on the ground, then you want to shoot your legs back and put your hips on the floor. That's an easy way to learn how to do it in those steps. You want to gradually make it a little more fluid than that, so you're just kind of dropping all at once. But in the beginning, just go one, and then shoot back, hips down and up. So when the guy shoots in on me, I want to put my hooks right here, and then I'm going to shoot my legs back like this. I got my hooks here, so I can start working him up if I need to, but it also stops his penetration. Okay, so he's going to level change. Go over just a little bit. He's going to level change. When he comes in, my underhooks go right here, and I shoot my legs back, hips to the floor. Okay, and you can get back up on your feet. Okay, so we'll start this way. You got your hands up, but just kind of flick some punches out here. Whenever he wants to go, he can go. I'm going to sprawl. A little bit faster this time, okay? Moving around. Boom, sprawl. One more time. Sprawl. Okay, let's try it.